Hi everyone, today is the 27th of January 2025. Welcome to Authentic Ingenuity Entrepreneur. My name is Minna Kreishan. I'm the narrator of all my video clips on YouTube channel and Facebook. Okay, this video clip is starting points of the evidence with my court case is at the civil jurisdiction at Waitakere District Court on level 2. So that's actually me at the counter. That is no longer there today, but this is where I met Heather Hughes and Angela Jones. So I'm just going to kind of like start off this clip here, and then I'll go to the next topic. Okay, this here is the office. This is the good old days. Everyone looks happy. It was Christmas time. That's myself there and some of my work colleagues that I worked with at this point of time. And this is one of my managers while I was working for the Ministry of Justice at Waitakere District Courts. This is me at this. It was Christmas time. This here would be, I'd say, around about between 2003 and 4, I was at the civil jurisdiction. I transitioned from the Department of Courts around about 2003. And then, so this year would be about 2004 to 2007. This is me here at the civil jurisdiction. So basically, I'm just going to continue with more evidence. So just keep in mind, I'm the actual original telling my story. I'm also the victim. So the things that I say, I have to describe things in my own words of what happens. That is what happens when you're a victim, when you go to court. When you sit in court, the things that you have to describe, the things that happen at that time of whatever incidents concerning the court case. So basically, I've just kind of drafted this up. It is what I've gone through historically as a global sport. Okay, it's a game involving everyone. Okay, and that is what I've been used for. Legal terminology is trafficking in persons case, and I can. Sorry if I have to pause a bit sometimes while I'm talking, because it's just sometimes my laptop just goes off, or sometimes I do have hacking problems, but I'll just carry on. So basically what you're dealing with, the original versus those that are animating or inanimating me on the surface, it is a sport. So the originals are actually the people that are actually private, minding their own business, and then other people are like they're the competitor glued to the originals. Hope you can get the point, okay? But it is so serious. It's like living your life in a horror movie, but it's real. Okay, that is how the best way I can describe human trafficking by force, by those victims who are subject to it and trapped in it. Okay, these things are happening and it's real, but something's not right and wrong. Something is wrong and it's not right, but you can't do anything about it. So that's the best way I can describe it. But this post here, basically, everyone's in on the game, so you don't know who's telling the truth. You don't know who is on your side, so you're always like on the risk of being betrayed by somebody. And this is the best way you can describe it. Anyone can betray you. Anyone, your husband, your children, your work colleagues, anyone. Depends on how long the game's been going on for and what actually entails for them. Okay? But that is the reality of when a person's completely exploited, and it's called home invasion takes place. Okay, so so people can be nice to your face, but in reality, they're not for you. So I'm just describing trafficking in persons in my own words from my own personal experience as somebody who has actually gone through it, right, and lived to tell. Now we live in a generation of technologies, and from my own personal experience and opinion, anyone can be trafficked. without you even knowing. So this here's the best way to describe it, okay? It's like trafficking. People just going about their business one way, one's going the other way, but in the middle somebody is spying and has some secret evil motive and intent. And like, best way to describe them would be someone like a secret society, and then things just start happening out of your control. Things happen to hurt you, things just disappear, and come back, and it's hard to prove, but the thing is, the reality is you're under the eye of the camera, and the people that are actually committing the crimes are the ones that are monitoring and have that unlawful exercise. So basically you're dealing with zombie people, or people doing unlawful everything just by using the technology, and it's easily done. Okay, it's easily done. And but this here actually falls under the Crimes Act with 14 years imprisonment if you feel like you've been pinned down while people are doing unlawful things and stealing. It's called hostage taking. Okay, so that is actually easy for me to prove, and that's the reason why I'm going through all the facts on my statement of claim that is actually real and true, and it is a criminal case. Okay, so trafficking in persons, cases like myself, it's so intimate. If you've watched the other video clips, I'm describing how it is, where people are twinned and then switch. Like, I could just go out and somebody's out there waiting, and I know they shouldn't be, but they're loitering, hanging around. They act like, nothing, but you don't know who they are. They shouldn't even be doing that. I mean, after a time, you just realize something's not right. But if you ignore that, these people are actually breaking the law. It's called criminal harassment. Even just loitering, just hanging around, looking like they're innocent, but they're not. It's actually 2 years imprisonment. It is a form of criminal harassment. It's like, best way to explain loitering is like when a prostitute's just hanging outside, waiting for someone to come pick them up, and they're just hanging around. That is what you call loitering. But that alone is a crime, okay? But this, I'm just describing what to look out for when you think someone is actually breaking the law and just stalking. And what I have found, they're using different people all the time, and when it's public, everyone in public is breaking the law and in on it. So basically it's just you deciding whether is this right or this wrong, or am I in danger? And but it is definitely a privacy invasion, or the starting point of any privacy invasion that leads to real big serious home invasion cases like mine. So when it comes to the point where you go to when you go, for myself, like before leading up to Christmas, I went through a really difficult time where I was getting abused by the court staff, and they basically attacked me when I go there. But it's all part of the game, okay? It's all part of the game of stopping me from pursuing my court case. And so that's the kind of things that I have gone through while I was, with my court cases. But under the laws, it's called perverting the course of justice, or it's an obstruction, okay? And it is also crimes against personal privacy when you've been secretly exploited by the corporate bodies and their members, which is the case with mine. All right, so another starting point of the game that I have been subject to, we're dealing with Game of Thrones, okay? This is the new age ecosystem. They have used me for Game of Thrones, okay? So I'm the competitor. I'm the one that I'm the competitor, and they're trying to get rid of me versus the substitute. Okay, so now there's a clear case in what I've gone through, and I think everyone's got the picture now. But the competitors are the women that are the they are the substitutes to the game, and they're after the man. Okay, in my case, it's the man, and so the deception is caused by them, and I'm the original minding my own business. Okay. I can prove all this going backwards, but because now I'm out of the actual government system, I can now do whatever I want in the public to prove my story, which I'm doing. And so basically you are trapped. Okay, this is me. And then say if something happened, for the private investigators, they need to, find out what happened. If anything bad happened, the private investigators usually quite, old school methods, but this kind of human trafficking in persons case, it is serious beyond anything imaginable, okay? Only because I'm the one that has been used historically, and things I have suffered and witnessed, it is inhumane, okay? But the whole idea is that I'm supposed to be dead and be eliminated, and not to go back and resurrect what actually happened. Okay, that's the whole idea of the game, and becomes more dangerous because it's global. Okay, so this is just the best way to describe it. But what's happened to me can happen to anybody, not just me. Honest, but that's the danger of being too sheltered, or the danger of not mixing with other people, or that's the danger of just that there's this danger there all the time. Okay, so unfortunately, the reality is, I have known I have been used for trafficking ring. I have known I've been used for pecuniary advantage historically. Everyone knows I'm actually the victim. The problem is that I haven't been able to go forward because I'm pinned down, and people are just I feel like I'm some kind of a money tree. I'm doing all this work, and other people are benefiting from it, which is exactly what's happening. The thing is, they are breaking the law. Okay, there's absolutely nothing in the legislation that condones human trafficking in persons case of using someone for a pecuniary advantage, no matter whether you work for the government or you're a public member. Okay, but that is what I've gone through. And here I've got a picture of Dynamo. So when people get caught out, everyone goes down. Okay, it's trafficking ring. It's a trafficking in persons, which means it is definitely an organized crime. So it's just a matter of finding who's behind it, who are the syndicates or the Ponzi scam behind it, and doing the sabotaging and the stealing and the abuse and all the rest of it. But when the correct people are onto it, everybody goes down one by one. Okay, and then between they'll probably do investigations and find people gone missing, or people have died. Okay, so this is the best way to describe it, is it's like a dynamo. Everyone goes down. The funny thing, well, it's actually not funny. The game has been global for a very long time, but whoever is the main perpetrators, you got to get the mastermind of the game, because it hasn't stopped. It just seems to just new people on board, and they start up again. So the reality, and in hindsight, is to stop. The whole idea is to stop these kind of things happening to innocent civilians. So you need to find out who is the mastermind of the game. The game is global, okay? And it is definitely in the formula of using relationship scam. That's what I've been used for. Now, a lot of the evidence on my personal profile can prove legally by law what they have stolen from me. It's usually money, and that's what's happened. They'll steal your assets. They can steal anything. It's that easy. And now I can prove that. Okay, so everything on my channel, which is Authentic Ingenuity Entrepreneur, is real, true, and it's about me and my personal and private life. And my name is Minna Crichton. I'm also the narrator of all my video clips. All right. Oh yeah. Okay. I think I'm almost ready to go on the next evidence. Okay, so I just need to do this. Alright, so we're going to go back there. Alright. Which case is this here? Alright, next is right. Okay, let's see what else have I got here. Don't need that. Okay, okay. Alright. I think we already did this. I'm not sure. We're going to finish now. Okay, I think we're finished. Oh, you know what? This is going to be quite short. Actually, you know what? This is a good time to talk about this. If I can just find the post. I think I can finish now.